Hey everybody, I came up with something I think is pretty neat and I'd like to share it with you. I'm going to make a few and sell them, and I can sell them at a fairly low price. But I just want to show it off and in this video and sort of explain it. And we'll do a video on selling them here in the very near future. So you'll want to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell or the alarm, or you might miss it. But probably, the next video within a day or two will be a sales video for these. But let's get into it. It's sort of a homemade design, but the benefit is it's awesome and it's cheap, and I can make them fairly easily. And I just thought, I'm going to make one for myself. I want to make some more and maybe sell a few. And this is just going to be the introduction video about that. And we'll get into the details here right away. So the lens cap coin is made from anodized aluminum lens caps. And there is branding on there. That's unavoidable. It says Sensei. That's the brand that's etched on this. I've seen this with and without markings, but this is where I can get them at a reasonable price, and that's unavoidable. You can see in the front I drilled right through it, but it makes a nice little case. Like, I tried different brands and different diameters, and I really wasn't happy with anything. What mattered most to me was the available space on the inside, because it's not intended to be used like this. They're lens caps, so you have to imagine it used to go on a lens, one screwed on one side, one screwed on the other side, and it protected the glass. But I saw it as an opportunity to hold something maybe, and I tried magnets at first. I was going to try this with two lens caps, and I had them, had magnets in different orientations and everything, and I was just never happy with anything. A circular magnetic haptic just doesn't turn me on much. Not to say that there aren't good ones out there. I just haven't really tried many. But I ended up putting this off to the side, and then I started seeing some things out there with clicky buttons on them. And I have a few things with clicky buttons on them. And I thought, well, I wonder how I could do that. And I got to thinking, and, well, I found out a way to do it. And it's not very expensive. Like I said, lens caps. And these, believe it or not, are electrical switches. So because they're electrical switches, there's lots of data and specs behind them, and I found out you can get these particular kind in 3 different pressure strengths, which of course sounded interesting to somebody who's into haptics, and I figured it would be an attractive feature, and it turned out to be really, really neat, because there's a significant difference between soft, medium, and hard. So right now this has all the medium strength buttons in it, but one of the things I like to do is put the hard button in the middle so that there's a little bit of a contrast. There is a contrast here as well. It's hard to hear, but it is audible. The pressure's about the same. It should be. They're all rated the same. But you can switch them out, switch them around. You could have all soft on one side, all hard on one side, a different one in the middle, whatever you want to do. Or one of the options is you'll be able to buy extra bodies. So you'll have this and 75 buttons that you can do any kind of arrangement you want on this body, but then you'll have 50 extra buttons. Well, there's 22 buttons on this, so those quantities include a few extras, like there's 2 extra small for each pressure strength, and there's 1 extra large for each pressure strength, so it adds up to 25 of each. But what I was trying to say was, if you have extra bodies, you could utilize those other buttons. So option 1 would be like to buy this with a single body, and you get 75 buttons, and you put them in any way you like. And option 2 would be buy another body, and then you've got 25 more. You got 50 more buttons to choose from to put in there. And then option 3 would be buy a third body. Now, this one looks a little bit different. This is like the very first one. And the countersink on that's much too aggressive, so don't look at this one and think these are more accurate to what it's going to be like. But yeah, so you could have just 1 and 75 buttons, or 2, and you could utilize the extra buttons, or 3, and you can mix them around any way you like. But the basic package is going to be a single body, and 75 buttons. So this is how it's going to come if you order one. Sort of your standard issue black plastic case with the padded foam inserts, and it will come preloaded with the medium buttons. The rest of the buttons are down underneath here in little Ziploc baggies. But that's the coin, and then I like to do, it's a certificate of authenticity, but it's a drawing, and it's not going to be numbered. These won't be serialized, but I do sign it, and I'll put the date that it was made on here. And this just gives you just a basic diagram of how it's all put together. Like I said, they're electrical buttons, and they fit just inside there. You might have seen that in the introduction part of the video. But up here is the strength of the buttons. I'll show you the buttons in just a second. But you've got soft, medium, and hard, and it's measured, the forces are measured in gram force, which is not the same as gram. It's hard to explain, but you might as well say, think of it in terms of just soft, medium, and hard, and realize that there is a significant difference between the three. But the soft ones are rated at 100 gram force, mediums are 160 gram force, and the hard are 260 gram force. Since they are electrical items that regulatory agencies have to keep an eye on and make sure they're safe for people to use, there's also data about the life cycle. So the soft buttons, per the spec, have a click life of 100,000 cycles. The mediums have an 80,000 click life cycle, and the hards have a 60,000 click life cycle. So that ought to last you for a while. And so you get that, and underneath is where you'll find the rest of the buttons. Nothing fancy. Hard, soft, and medium. The medium ones, like I said, they're already installed. And these are the buttons. We'll get a closer look at those in a second, but those are the hard buttons with the red markings. These are the green buttons, which means they're the light or the soft buttons. So if you were to buy this with an extra body, then I would package it like this. So there'd be two in there. If you bought it with two extra bodies, package it like this so that there's three. But moving on, I think the next thing we'll do is crack this open. So to get inside, all you have to do is unscrew the back here. You see, with a little bit of measuring and careful planning, I was able to fit 22 buttons, 21 small buttons and one large button. And like I said, they're interchangeable. They are, you see, this is the, these are yellow, so that means they're the medium strength buttons. And if they were green, of course, they'd be the soft buttons, and if they were red, they'd be the hard buttons. But they're all interchangeable. And nice feature with the lid here, if you lay this down on a flat surface, all the buttons will come up and pop out because they're being pushed up from underneath. But this lid has a nice recess area in it, so it makes a real nice place to sit this while you're working on it. And you do yourself some favors to get a pair of tweezers maybe to work on it too. But if you're just going to dump them out, that's easy. When you first put them in, they might not all look nice and pretty and aligned like they did when I opened it up here. They might look a little bit more like this. And you think maybe this lip will get in the way. But it just takes, if it doesn't want to go right away, just wiggle it a little bit, and in no time at all, it'll screw down the whole way. And when I open this back up, you'll see they'll all be fairly lined up again. So, yep, you just screw that back on, and snug fit. Shouldn't come apart in your pocket or anything. So we've got all those extra buttons. Let's go ahead and get those out. Like I said, these are medium, so we have the soft ones that are green. the red, which are the hard. Okay. Now, what we'll do is, you can see how easy it is to change out buttons if you like. It would be a very easy thing to take out the yellow medium button here and replace it with a slightly more clicky red button, or switch it out any way you like. But let me show you how easy it is just to load one up from scratch. So say you decided to buy an extra body. So you have an extra body. So it just comes like this. You set that off to the side, and this is a little scratched up, but it's on the inside, doesn't matter. That normally wouldn't happen. I think I had a little bit of an accident there, but again, we're talking about sort of homemade stuff here, so you can expect some inherent slight flaws. Anyhow, let me show you how easy this is to do. We'll put the green one together, or the soft buttons, and I'll just start this off slow, and then we'll speed it up just so we can get through it. But I just tend to hold it at an angle and then drop the button in any way that it doesn't matter which way the color points at all. So now we have all the green ones, or the soft ones, in place, and all you gotta do is put the lid back on. So, like I said again, if it doesn't want to go, give it a little bit of a wiggle, and then just tighten it down snug. There you go. We got now the soft and the medium. So let's finish her off and put the hard buttons into a third body. Now we have all of the hard buttons installed on the third body. Just a matter of putting the cap back on. Snug it down. Ooh. Hard. So here we have all three, and I don't know how well you'll be able to tell the differences over the video, but I will hold each one of these up individually and let you hear them, and then we'll try to compare them a little bit. So this is the soft, or the green ones. These are the yellow or medium ones. These are the red or the hard ones. We might compare the soft to the hard. Pretty dramatic difference. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. We can try medium, soft and medium. And we could try medium and hard. Okay, so that I guess leaves it, measuring it and weighing it. So we could do that. About 29 grams. See if these are any different. About 29 grams. About 29 grams. So dimension-wise, 52 millimeters. Body thickness without the buttons, a little over hair over 7mm with the buttons, a hair under 10, or a hair over 9mm. So there you have it. I was thinking too, interesting point. You know, this is a mechanical as opposed to magnetic. So it's a mechanical haptic. You could even say it's electromechanical, except, you know, no electricity. But we got electrical buttons in there. So, yeah. So, like, I didn't discuss pricing at all because, like I said, this is going to be a introductory video that I'll probably refer back to on future sales and stuff, just so you have a place to come and see how this works and how it'll be shipped and all that stuff. Keep in mind that I'm recording this on June 5th, 2023. So when I say in a few days these will be for sale, I don't mean these three. I mean I'm putting up a small batch for sale. In fact, I think they'll all be small batches because that's how I operate. But what it will be a video announcing the sale and explaining how to contact me. And like I said, hopefully within a day or two maybe. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like this. I hope you're interested. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to try to help you out. Bye.